Hi, I'm Marc Jennings, VP of Industrial and Logistics at HFA. I've worked at everything from a boutique architecture firm for myself and for some Fortune 500 companies. And I think the way that history has impacted the way that I work now is that I've had access to every conceivable piece of information when I was running my own business, and then going to work for a corporate structure, which tends to be pretty hierarchical. I felt starved for information. You really need all the information to make good decisions from a design standpoint that benefit the client. And what I've done in my kind of leadership style now is I always make sure that the people that I'm working with understand the why behind the ask. The two biggest ones are going to be automation and better working environments for the people that actually work in these facilities. Automation obviously does help to take the place of some human interaction in moving a box from point A to point B. But what we're working with right now is an aging population and a workforce that's shrinking. Automation is kind of a key component to help with some of that. But at the same time, because that workforce is shrinking and contracting, we're having to compete for that labor more. And so the days of having like a big warehouse with just a fan running in it are gone now. I never thought I would see the day when we actually were considering air conditioning a 1 million square foot building, but we're there now. The cost of debt for developers has gotten a little bit out of control. The other challenge that we see at the age of all the assets in the industrial sector right now. So from a designer standpoint, there's not a whole lot we can do about interest rates, but we can certainly help with the age of the assets problem. So there's kind of a two-pronged approach there. Designers can certainly help with something called adaptive reuse. It's helping a developer come up with the highest and best use of an existing project that maybe is still possibly trading at or right around replacement cost, where it doesn't make sense to tear it down and start over. When that gap gets so big that the replacement cost is much higher than the actual cost that the building can trade at, then we can start talking about scraping and starting over with a brand new project. The empathetic design process, that's something that I'm really big on. If you can put yourself in the shoes of the individuals that, number one, you're designing for, the client, and help them solve problems, not just in the design, but also in the jurisdictions that you're dealing with, you're making a better product for them. You're helping their project to become more financially feasible. And at the same time, you also have to keep in mind the end users. And it could be somebody that you know about right now, or it could be any number of users that you might not know about right now. And so thinking through all those variants as a designer is really where you're going to get the benefit out of working with an A&E partner.